Welcome back. This is still the press on KAFTAN television, and we are reaching you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. Well, I've been joined by a guest in the studio to analyze the headlines that made it to our national dailies. And of course, he's not someone new to your screen. He's someone you have seen over and over again. And with me this morning is Obadiah Mbila, who is the chairman, the CEO, Love Work Media. You're highly welcome, sir.
Good morning, Nigerians.
Glad to have you join us this morning. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, Mercy.
All right, let's get started because of time we are running out of time. Now we are aware that just about 48 hours ago, the Edo people took to the poll to decide who they want to be governed by. That is the Edo state governorship election, and of course the INEC officials have INEC body has declared the APC candidate the winner of the election. But before we talk about that, let's quickly take a look at the video where the APC members and stakeholders of APC are jubilating over the victory of their candidates. Let's take a look at that. Well, you saw that video for yourself.
I was not expecting anything less.
You were not expecting. Okay, I wanted to ask before that I played that video. Looking at what played out in the Edo State governorship election, are you satisfied with the results?
You know, if we had seen an INEC that was impartial, that allow the integrity of an institution that has been bestowed with so much responsibilities. If we did not record beavers and issues, if the materials for voting had arrived at time that the electorates were ready. Some of them waited for an upward of 5 hours before the arrival of the materials. If these lapses were not there, I would say I would have been the first to congratulate APC's Monde Okpebholo. Then, of course, in the build-up to the election, Governor Godwin Obaseki told the usual line of most governors who believe that their party could win without those human beings that populates the structure. I have been told, and I have said it many times without number, that there is no system that will develop faster than the human beings that runs it. Now, the governor was there when he was pushing out his deputy governor, and then from the deputy governor to a sitting senator, from a sitting senator to some key members of the party. And he went on and on to disenfranchise himself by opening the exit route for most members who would have been on the ground to work for him. So when you look at these lapses created by the governor himself, one would not look very far to discover that if the Labour Party, Akbata, had a robust structure like APC or PDP, he might as well become the alternative. But don't forget this. What happened in Edo election was my enemy's enemy is my enemy. And my friend's enemy is also my enemy. Both Akpata and Obaseki made themselves somehow enemies to the palace.
Okay.
And then the Oba might have one vote, as it were. But certainly his voice can generate thousands of votes.
Okay.
So a situation where you are contesting in his domain and you did not recognize the fact that he is the father of not just Benin, but Edo and beyond.
Okay, I jotted two things from what you said. You talked about the arrival of the electoral materials, the lateness of the arrival, which are caused lapses to them. And then you also spoke about the structure of the PDP party itself. You talked about where the governor has incurred enemy for himself by pushing out some stakeholders of the PDP.
Exactly.
But my question is it about the party or it's about the people? I thought the election is, I know that people who went to the polling units to decide who they want to be, to cast their votes, their preferred candidates, irrespective of the party. So are you saying, number one question I have for you, are you saying that the party's structure, the PDP party structure, ruled their chances of gaining back power? And again, my second question is, should it be about the party or about the people and their decision?
Both.
Both.
Matters.
Okay.
Now, if we cast your mind back to what happened in 2015, every one of us knows that Goodluck Jonathan was a human face, and he was more responsive and more responsible than Muhammadu Buhari.
Okay.
But what happened in 2015 is a miniature of what is happening in a day election. Before the build-up of 2015, the party that is in power, that is the ruling PDP, incurred enmity with most members, influential members of the party. Okay. Atiku Abubakar, Governor Moazu of Niger State, most of the 5 governors that teamed against the PDP working for APC. Okay. So the party structure is very, very central when it comes to who is to be elected. And of course, the character of the individual. Okay. A situation where a president, a sitting president or a sitting governor has made himself my enemy. Although he has the good character, he is friendly, he has a listening ear, but he has made himself my enemy. I will deliberately go for what they call a protest vote. Not to say that he doesn't possess the characters that I need, but to protest the fact that I have a disagreement with him. Okay. So that's exactly what is playing out in a day election. Okay. Most people became the enemy of the sitting governor, and he was not retreating. He was still building and populating a shooting range against himself with the so-called enemies. Okay. Never did he open a forum for reconciliation. Instead, he had more and more enemies, you know. In that type of situation, you see that Asua Igadalo, who is reputed to be an outstanding technocrat in Nigeria, not just in Edo State, became a subject that is seen in the picture of the man that was sponsoring or behind him. The Edo people did not see Asue Igadalo again for who he is. They were like, oh, this man is another Obaseki. You understand? Okay. So that was what happened in Edo State. And it's really very sympathetic because you know that this man possessed a better quality than the elected person. Oh. So you see, that's what happens in every election. Okay. Usually, not the best that is usually elected.
All right, viewers. Let me also remind you that our phone lines are now open for you to call in or to give you your contribution or ask a question while the conversation proceeds. Now, you mentioned that the PDP candidate would have been a better. It is a better option or alternative for the people of Edo State.
And the Edo people knows that.
And the Edo people knows that. But let me take you back to what the state chairman of the Edo party, Anthony Ezigemi said. He was reacting to the just concluded election, and he said that the PDP party rejected the result of the INEC declaring the APC candidate Senator Monday the winner of the 2024 Edo governorship election. He was making reference to the result from the ECA 8A and that of IREF of the INEC, where he claimed that the vote recorded in Okpebholo on the IREF shows that APC candidates incurred 25,010 votes, while on the EC8C the votes recorded there was showing 34,847 votes. But I want to ask what was recorded. Why is the difference? But before you take that question, let's quickly hear from this particular caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
A very good morning to you. Glad to have you join us. Where are you calling us from and your name?
I'm calling from Edo State.
Oh, you're calling from Edo State. Glad to have you. Oh, please go ahead with your thoughts, and you have just 60 seconds.
Yeah, we are happy for the peaceful election. Nobody died. But the outcome of the result is not impressive.
Okay.
Is there any need for Nigeria to be contesting election? Because with what we saw yesterday, it seems the federal government wants to introduce one-man party. Because what we saw yesterday at the coordination center was wrong. It makes nonsense of Nigeria as a country. That somebody will contest, at the end of the day, another person will be declared winner. The truth of the matter is that PDP won this election. Okay. Like your colleague said,
all right.
The government messed up from the beginning.
All right.
By removing his deputy. Nobody supported him for that.
All right.
With this election, please, we want you to go to speak for us.
All right.
Definitely the matter will go to court.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Let the court take justice.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution, and have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you.
All right. So, Obadiah, I was asking this. The caller who just called last just said that the PDP candidates won the election in as much as the INEC body declared the opposition party the winner. Now, I was going to ask that question. My question is, why would the result on the IREF be different from that of the ECA 8A?
At my opening sentences,
yes,
I did emphasize the fact that INEC has lost integrity, and you would never know what they are saying and what actually traversed behind, because most of us observers were not at the polling station, but INEC was there.
Okay.
Most of us did not observe the functions or the reading of the beavers, but INEC was there. And now they are coming to tell us a result which is being disputed. And then, of course, the PDP chairman, Honorable Tony Zegbeme, had also said there is a discrepancy between what INEC declared in Okpebholo, for instance, and what they found in the beavers. This is not strange, because as of today, I would bet you that the figures from EC8, which usually collects results from ward level, will be different from what they will finally record in their local government report sheet.
Okay.
It has happened over time, over and over again. You see discrepancies in figure. When I was observing or watching the result as they were coming from various local government area, I realized that despite the flaws committed by the governor of Edo State, Governor Obaseki, PDP was performing creditably. And if what we were getting, the feelers were allowed to flow the way it should, that means the chances for PDP to win was high. But don't forget that INEC is subjected to please the institution that pays it. In this case, the presidency.
All right. Let's quickly hear from this caller before you take our next question. A very good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Glad to have you join us on the press. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Fortune. Who is anchoring the program today? Because I'm not watching.
You're what?
I say who is anchoring the program, not watching from television.
Okay, this is Mercy Emelite as the host.
Okay, Mercy Obadiah. Well done.
Thank you.
Please, I want to contribute on, I don't know whether the topic that is on discuss.
Edo State governorship election, just concluded election of Edo State.
I want to make it brief. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can.
I think if two major opposition parties should come together and boycott the upcoming Ondo election, and this should be the first action to show that they are not satisfied with the way electoral system is being run.
Okay.
APC is turning everywhere. You know, they have captured everywhere and they are rubbing it on the face of everybody, and the opposition are not helping the matter.
All right.
You understand?
Yes.
So, and I think with the way people are going, what's happening in Edo is very, very provocative. And if somebody is relying on this kind of pattern to win 2027 election, I think there will be no country for anybody to govern, and this should sink to the mind of those power that be. You understand?
Thank you very much for your contribution.
Very, very provocative to continue to keep on repeating this kind of pattern every time.
All right. Thank you very much and have yourself a wonderful day. Now, on the internet, I was going through the internet space and I saw that the election that just took place in Edo State has stirred some reactions. A lot of people don't seem to be happy with the outcome of the election. Of course, I have a short video here where individuals of Edo State have said that INEC did not do a good job. But let our MCR play the particular video where a woman is lamenting about the just concluded election of the Edo States. Why I still take some reactions from some persons from the internet. Let's have that from an MCR.
We know the future buy Gary. We know the school fees are a problem. We want the money to pay. APC they use 20,000, 10,000, then they buy votes for units, for polling units. When they buy people hats, they don't see the vote. They use that they carry different people. They press 10,000, 20,000.
Well, you can see that, and also there are people who are taking to the social media space to comment in that regard. This one says, "This is Nigeria. Did you expect free and fair elections? In fact, do you expect free and fair elections of anything?" And another person here says, this is according to Nnachi Chris. He says, "It's unfortunate Nigeria is finished. People don't decide. Most unfortunate." And another reaction still says about first lesson, don't ever expect an election in Nigeria without rigging. This particular one says, don't expect an election in Nigeria without rigging. It happens in every democracy exists. I think he's trying to say it happens in every country where democracy exists. It is your inability to grab power that matters. And let me take this last one, which says, "This is Nigeria. Did you expect free and fair elections?" Okay, I think I've taken this one. And another one says, "In the words of Rotimi Amechi, nothing bothers Nigeria. We will swallow whatever APC and INEC throws at us and move on. At this point, even the APC can present donkey for Nigerians as a candidate and will accept it. Now, do you think that people still believe and have hope in Nigeria, the independent electoral process? Do you think the Nigerians still believe in INEC?
Yeah, not when a corrupting influence of APC is still in power. Okay. The party they call APC has corrupted every institution of government, from the judiciary to INEC to just name it. Every aspect of our democracy. Okay. We have never had it this bad. Not even what they do was not. The PDP did not do 5% of it, and yet Nigerians was reacting, angrily against PDP. There is nothing like decorum with the party in power. There is nothing like reasonableness with them. Just before I came into the studio, a video was posted in one of my favorite platforms, and it was a video of the Oba of Benin dancing, as they claim, to the victory of Senator Okpebholo. And I recognize that this revered institution of Benin may be happy with whoever that is happy that is elected, but the Oba cannot condescend so low to become dance to the tune of partisan beats because someone or a party that he wants has been elected. I said no, the Oba was not going to do this. It didn't take up to 2 minutes or so. Yes. Another post came countering that the dance tape that Oba was releasing there was when the artifacts of the Benin artifacts were returned from the United States, and the Oba rose up to the occasion and was dancing. And now see how APC is twisting that dance tape to mean that he was dancing in celebration of the victory of the declared governor. This is sad. This is sad narrative we found ourselves. For me, you can never report anything that is emanating from APC media, then I'll take it just like that. No, I have to subject it to scrutiny because they can write anything, they can say anything. There is no morality even among the priests and the imams that works with them. This is an unfortunate situation, and that they are not limiting this corrupting influence to our democratic institutions, the judiciary institution. It's permeating into the life and the fabrics of this nation.
All right, let's quickly hear from this caller before we forge ahead. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, the work?
Okay, glad to have you join us. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm James from Abuja.
Okay, James from Abuja. Please go ahead.
Yes, I want to comment on the man that was talking there. He's talking as if he's from the other party. The person you need to be bringing in this type of occasion is supposed to be a neutral person. Neutral, that will not be standing for A or B or C.
All right.
It's very, very unfortunate that he's talking to the words like this. And he has already taken his stand. And so he's no more having the people. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution, and have yourself a wonderful day. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Glad to have you join us on the press. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Thank you. I'm from Abuja.
All right. Please, can you speak up a bit so I can hear you clearly? Please go ahead with your thoughts.
Okay, I'm from Abuja. Is on the line.
All right. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I'm calling blindly this morning because we have no power, and you guys live on YouTube. I have made that observation before.
Sorry, come again.
Try and do that.
Okay.
Then, what I want to say, I know you must have talked about the Edo State election.
All right.
Yeah, it has happened again.
But the question I have for a politician is this. People like Adams Oshomole that keep trying to infiltrate contestants, trying to bring people on board. He has done it once, twice, 3 times and failed. All the people he brought all failed. I want to ask him if he's happy with the development in Edo State. And now, Okpebholo that he just brought in now again, this is somebody that can hardly address himself. He's so incoherent. So incoherent. An adult that cannot even express himself is now a governor of the state. Let's see what happens in the next 4 years again.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution, and have yourself a wonderful day. Let me ask you something, Obadiah. You were saying you said earlier that the APC administration has been brutal, and now someone called. We have a caller who said that APC as a party is now trying to make the whole country a one-man party, and you also make emphasis on the corruption of these independent bodies such as INEC and other government bodies. Now the question is, should we continue like this? What should be done? Because now we are looking at it as, oh, the people's vote no longer counts. People are no longer given. People no longer have the right to vote who they want in power or who they so desire to vote. Now the question is, okay, now let's talk about the possible solutions. What should be done? What do you think should be done?
Yeah, I wanted to take up the last, but the second to the last caller,
okay,
who felt that as an analyst, I should be as neutral as possible. And then say, please, as much as I would be neutral, it is in my position to say the facts as they are. And when the hurting of a party in power has become public knowledge, and everyone knows that this is the way we are the way we are tilting to, it becomes incumbent on me as an analyst to either agree with the popular opinion or not. Now, where we are in Nigeria today, supposed to be where we will have a revolution. Okay. People rising up to the occasion to say, enough. We have had.
Well, we saw that happen about August, just a few weeks ago, and nothing happened. The masses came out to protest regarding the hardship of the economy, the subsidy removal, and all that. Instead, we saw it go from 600 and something to 900 and something. So
now that's exactly where I'm coming to. Okay. There is nothing wrong in trying again, until when the system recognizes that it's no longer business as usual. Okay. But if you try for the first time and you were pushed back and they continue to do what they're doing, they will now realize that, oh, they have succeeded in silencing the moral majority. Okay. But when they push you, you insist, and they push you again, you push back. At a time, they will be weakened and allow the right thing to be done.
All right. Oh, thank you very much. Because of time, this is where we'll have to draw the curtain for today's conversation. I thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate your presence in the studio. For those of you we are unable to take your call, I sincerely apologize. I believe some other time you might be lucky. You will be lucky to join the conversation. Well, this is where we draw the curtain for today's show. Keep watching KAFTAN television, and like I said, as a patriotic Nigerian, may continue to maintain peace and order in wherever you find yourself, irrespective of what the situation is looking like or looks like. Thank you very much for joining me again, and continue to watch KAFTAN television. I am Emelite. Enjoy the rest of your day.